Today marks day 8 in the search for missing University of Florida student Christian Aguilar, and although no new evidence has surfaced, a major development in the case has. Once every 11 months, that's how many times the state's gun owners have to go to anger management if they want to buy ammunition. Officials say to avoid skimming, when you put your card into the ATM, make sure nothing is loose. Those devices are what skimmers use to read your information later. Now to see just how hot a car can get being left out in the sun while pet owners run in for a quick errand, we left this thermometer in the car at 95 degrees, came back 15 minutes later, and it's basically at 120 degrees. And I can actually add fuse to that because I did blow one of those last night as I plugged in too many heaters. Now, selling alcohol to minors is a misdemeanor in Florida. The employees, who officials say did not ask for ID, they now face a fine and/or jail time. And they say although they love the sunshine and the warm weather, they are happy to go without leaving too much trouble behind them. Live from the Alachua County Sheriff's Office, Catherine Awasthi, GTN News. Today marks day 8 in the search for missing University of Florida student Christian Aguilar, and although no new evidence has surfaced, a major development in the case has. Only minutes after the Aguilars heard the news, it was released to the public.
The Gainesville Police Department has charged Pedro Bravo with the murder of Christian Aguilar.
A decision that came with no announcement of any new evidence.
The body of Christian Aguilar has not yet been recovered.
A few days ago, police said they discovered Bravo had purchased a shovel and a roll of duct tape. That information led Carlos Aguilar to have a change of heart.
We have to start thinking the worst.
And investigators are hoping neighbors start paying close attention to small details.
We would also encourage property owners, residential or business, who may have lime rock roads on their property that were accessible to the general public, to search those properties for any suspicious areas of ground that appear to have been disturbed.
The Aguilars were not there when the announcement was made, but Bravo's purchases did stir up some suspicion days before.
He killed my son.
Investigators say Bravo was the last person to see the 18-year-old alive.
We are also requesting information from anyone who may have seen a suspicious vehicle likened to a blue Chevy Blazer in any remote areas on the night of Thursday, September 20th.
Gainesville police say finding Aguilar is the most important thing at this point. They hope volunteers do not see this as a sign to give up on continuing to search for Aguilar. The first appearance is set for Pedro Bravo tomorrow at 9 a.m. Catherine Awasthi, GTN News. Domestic abuse is a well-kept secret in many households. But the tables are turning on who the victim is.
Hitting me and choked me with my own collar, and I had to fight back.
Fighting back for a year and a half.
We broke everything in that house. The bookshelf, the bureau, the lamp. We threw everything at each other.
Which isn't something we normally hear from people like Chastity Rose.
He did try to kill me a couple times. I mean, mostly by choking. He never threatened me with a knife. At times, though, I didn't feel comfortable sleeping next to him without having one underneath my pillow, which I still do to this day. I can't trust anyone.
Anyone but himself.
Unfortunately, because of the stigma that often surrounds homosexual relationships, we don't get the information on the rates of domestic violence as it occurs.
According to the U.S. Department of Justice, women in a same-sex partnership experience almost a 20% higher rate of domestic and sexual assault than women in an opposite-sex relationship, and for men, about 15% higher.
Our entire lives, we had to fight just to be who we are in society. We don't rely on other people.
Other people like law enforcement, who Rose felt didn't give him the time of day when he needed it.
I guess maybe he looked at us and goes, well, this is two fags. Whatever.
Which is why Peaceful Paths is currently trying to make sure victims like Rose know they are there to help them, regardless of their sexual preference.
Definitely an issue around the relationship and outing the relationship that may prevent them from coming to the Center for Services.
Currently, there is no support group for the LGBT in Gainesville because there's not enough people asking for it.
Society will tell us that, we're dirty or disgusting or unworthy of love or help or assistance. And I know there's organizations out there that strive to help people that have been in a situation like I've been. But it doesn't mean that we'll trust them. It doesn't mean that we can think in our minds that they actually can do anything to actually help us.
The gay community hopes that domestic abuse services continue to grow. They also hope that when they do ask for help, they're taken seriously. Catherine Awasthi, GTN News. An ancient seed is finally having its day in the sun.
Very popular. Every time I see everyone in the boat, they're getting some.
Actually, this isn't the first time these seeds are blossoming through the market. The first time around was as the key ingredient in The Pottery That Grows, a popular 80s holiday gift. But now they are flying off the shelves of community grocery stores.
Every 10 to 15 minutes, we're low, and we have to fill them back up.
A response to high demand and a growing acceptance of the gag gift turned superfood. But what is it about them that makes them so appealing?
I don't know. They're new.
New, but the health conscious already agree 2013 is the year of the chia seed.
They yield a lot of high antioxidants.
And that's your complete protein. So it has all of the amino acids you need.
There's like 20-30 grams of fibers. They're good for passing, cleaning out, detoxing, and they're also very filling for those people out there who are trying to, diet or lose a little weight.
They're good for you.
4 tablespoons of chia seeds provide 1 full serving of protein, but these little seeds expand 12 times their size. Is that safe?
We always suggest people, when you use those chia seeds, make sure that you're soaking them beforehand. So you already have all that gluttonous absorption that's not going to do anything in your stomach but fill it up.
But if you decide to pop a handful in your mouth straight from the bag,
you're probably going to have some dry heaving. You're going to be begging for some water, and it's probably going to have a lot of clogging going on down there.
Although it may not be the it food next year, for now, chia seeds aren't going anywhere but shopping carts and checkout lines. Catherine Awasthi, GTN News.